So here with Jack Stapley today, the end of the season now, coming into pre-season. Unfortunately, Westfield just come up short with promotion this season, but we're here with Jack for a bit of a rundown on how it went. So let's start simple, Jack. What sums up this season in one word and why?
Disappointment. Mainly probably because of the position we were in. Obviously didn't have a great start, but went 13 games, won 13, and we're in a commanding position. Obviously, Ringman had game in hand on us, but we definitely let too many either leads slip or conceded too many bad goals. At the end of the season, Tunbridge Wells, Godstone, Ringmer away to a point, missing from 6 yards, which would have made it 1-1, different game. Obviously, discipline let us down in that game as well. Yeah, I would say Holland Sports conceded in the last minute as well, and obviously conceding against Oxted when they were down to 10 was, it was probably disappointment, I would say. I think that's a fair assessment.
I think that's a very fair assessment you've done there, Jack. The promotion race was tight. Was there a point in the season where you thought we've got a real shot at step 6?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was when we got to 10 games, winning 10 games on the bounce, I thought we'd probably go the whole season here, just keep winning, or certainly not losing. I mean, the changing point was the loss to Godstone here. We lost to Godstone and we was awful. Sat down with the management team and was like something's got to change. I think we were trying to be too clever. I think we were trying to do things that players weren't capable of doing. Inverted wingers, fullbacks, pushing on, doing this, that, trying to play lovely football. All of a sudden, something switched, and it was like, okay, let's just go back to basics. Let's be more direct. Let's get the ball to Rooney, who scores our goals. Let's get the ball forward and be dangerous in other people's boxes. And so it's not always pretty to watch, and probably wouldn't pay much money to watch some of it, but we was winning games, and for me, I don't care about how we play. I don't care about winning, and I think that was the turning point for me. I think we were like 7 points, 8 points clear of Ringmer at one point, albeit I think they had like 3 or 4 games in hand on us. So it was a bit of a false league table, because I know they had a lot of games called off playing away at the Ridgewoods, etc. And we was in that little pathway of where we were playing at home or playing at the schools on 3Gs. So, I think I really do think that going into, I think it was Holland Sports at home was where we conceded in the 90th minute to draw 1-1. Before that, the week before that, I thought like it's done and dusted. We're flying here. I just couldn't see any changes, and then the draw gets on Sports. We lost 1-0 away to Battle, or 2-1 away to Battle, losing Rooney in the warm-up. Lost Harry Murphy to injury as well. Was probably a changing point in the season.
Okay. Now, you've got a pretty unique setup in this club. You as chairman.
Yeah.
You have a part owner that is a professional footballer.
Yeah.
How has he contributed, Mr. Cook? How has he contributed to the club?
This brings professionalism to the club. Not only that, but obviously, I mean, the perception of it is that he basically bankrolls the club, or bankrolls the team, etc., which is utter nonsense. What he does bring is obviously social media presence, professionalism, how things should be done or how things are done professionally. But also, obviously, there's things that he has funded, like let's not be around the bush. There is like the floodlights and things that he has or he's helped to fund, because he has the ways and means to do it. But the whole perception of, I mean, the last 10, 15 games, all I was hearing, you're getting this, you're doing that. And I was like, come look at our accounts. Our accounts are on Company's House. You can go and see them. That's not true. It's the other ways. I mean, we went from having 500 followers to having 14,000 followers in the space of 2 weeks when he was playing for Nottingham Forest. And QPR fans have started to take a bit of notice now. They're not as partisan as what Forest fans were. They were mental. Like we went to watch Forest Valencia and saw someone wearing a Westfield shirt. It was like, what's going on there? But it's yeah, it's that's the main thing. Like obviously the whole social media. A retweet from him gets 10,000 likes, whereas a retweet from myself gets 3 likes. So that's the difference, and that's the main thing is what you bought, and the little nitty bitty things that what stuff do you do in pre-season? What helps this? What helps that? And I think that's the big change that we've made. Everyone meets at the club now before pre-season games. Everyone wears the same training kit. Everyone does all that, all those kind of things. Whereas you see a lot pre-season, and there's like one player's wearing a Real Madrid shirt, one player's wearing this. So we've gone away from that. Everyone's got the same. If you turn up, if it's your first session, you've got training kit there. You don't take it home. It all gets washed at the club, everything like that. But that's one of the big things, trying to build the brand of Westfield and also make it more. Can I have to pull the trigger?
Can I talk to you now about the ground?
Yeah.
You've made leaps and bounds with this ground over here.
Yeah.
Can you go into some of the details and perhaps some of the financials of what it actually took for you to have stuff put in place to have the correct ground grading, so if you didn't go up this year, it could have gone up next year?
Yeah, so obviously when we took this over, there was 2 parts. There was this change room was already pre-built. Like this doesn't cost us anything. This is part of the 106 agreement, was that Southern Housing is allowed to build 37 homes just down the road if they build this. This has been part of it for 30 odd years or whatever it is. So there was 2 pathways around the pitch, and other than that, there was nothing. So everything else we've put in, from the barriers, the gates, the stand, the new decking that's out there, which will be a new thing for this season. The stand at the far end, the terracing, the fencing, the dugouts, everything has been from us. I mean, the floodlights is 82,000.
That's £82,000 just for the floodlights.
Yeah, so that's 82 with the VAT. So that's installed. That's everything. So they're being put in. They start on the 7th of July with the work there. So hopefully the first we'll have Hastings United. We've got Hastings United pre-season friendly on the 22nd, I think it is. So hopefully that'll be the first one on the lights, which would be nice. The stand was 21,000. The other stand behind the goal was 5,000. We took part in a kind of thing with I think it was grassroots football or something like that, where if you were trying to get promoted from 7 to 6, you could buy a stand for £5,000 for the terracing. The barriers were probably £3,000-4,000, I reckon. We installed that ourselves to try and save a bit of money. Fencing was £21,000 for the whole outside, and then we've had to put the fencing up top, another £4,000.
It's a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah, the pay box was £1,000. Yeah, it's probably the best part of £200,000, I would say, that we've spent in the last.
And could you have done that without support from the community, yourself as directors, grants?
No, definitely not. We built up a nice fund of money for running our tournaments and COVID and things like that. I mean, COVID, it's bad, but COVID was a lifesaver for the club, really. I think we had like £750 in the bank. During COVID, we got like 40,000 given to us because we weren't allowed to do anything. But to reopen the bar, to redo this, to redo that. So all of those kind of things, which allowed us then to take revenue, because we were all having to buy carbon machines. Like whenever everyone used to have carbon machines over there, it used to be like cash only, and we'd be lucky. Some weeks we'd be lucky if we covered the referee fee by selling beer. We were doing bus stops to pay for the referee, like £2 a raffle or whatever to pay for the referee. Now, like, we're pretty disappointed if we don't take £500 so a week of a first team game, and then probably £250 at a reserve game. So yes, we definitely wouldn't have been able to do it without the parish council, the WCA, the football foundation.
Now, can I talk to you about a key point in the club's history?
Yeah.
You had a major fire. Was it 2009?
2008, no.
You had
It was a year. It was a year before I joined basically as a player.
Can you give us a bit of an insight into that?
Not majorly, but I can give you what I know. Obviously, there was a wooden clubhouse, wooden change rooms, etc., etc. I believe like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, the secretary at the time, Jill, got a phone call saying that everything's on fire.
Quickly talk to about that, please, because that's interesting. Because I met some of the family, wonderful people.
Yeah.
When the day that you were reopening that stand.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely people, and I'd like to mention that.
Yeah.
So can you just give us a little insight?
Yeah. Graham was a player for the club again before I joined, really. Who unfortunately lost his life on the way back from training or a friendly in a car accident on the road to battle. And yeah, that kind of they changed the way of Westfield. We went from this badge to the tree coming out of the phoenix, out of the flames. Obviously, the shirt surviving is nothing short of a miracle. Really, let's be honest, a miracle.
I mean, we've got pictures of that. It's his own shirt actually survived the fire, and I'm sure you can see it on the screen now. Was it electrical fall? Was it arson? Do they know? No one knows.
I don't think anyone knows, to be honest. But yeah, I'm not sure it was insured or something like that. So there was like loads of kind of thing going on. Obviously, the only thing that survived was the Graham Kempster shirt that's hanging off the top.
And if you look at that, it's charred, has his name Kempster on the back, number 6. I mean, that is something of it's miraculous how they.
Yeah, it's like it's just one of those things, isn't it? Where like I don't believe I'm not a good person or anything like that, but there's obviously got to be something out there that's kind of looking over that for that to happen. Bearing in mind everything was in ashes, bar that. So
Jack Stapley, Chairman Westfield FC, thank you for all your support, not only for what you're doing on the club at the moment, but behind the scenes helping out with this documentary. You've been wonderful. Thank you.